Alright, hey there folks. I am Nails and this is the year of the guitar. I know it's been a while since I posted. Life. Pain levels, mental health issues, I've been pretty down lately. But I've pulled myself off the couch and I'm gonna make you some more videos. In this video in particular though, I have 2 points of interest. I am going to show you what I just completed, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to be doing next. I'm pretty excited right now. So first point of order is the bass that I was working on. Here it is. There's things that I like about it and there's things that I don't like about it. I like the body shape and the way it feels when I play it. I am not crazy about the way it looks. I had an original idea. I executed said original idea and it did not look like what I thought it was going to look like in my head. So I had to go a different route and it just turned into one mistake after another. So that being said, I used to play the bass. I actually like the way this plays a lot. It's very comfortable to hold. I didn't go with a super high gloss on the neck, so I mean, the neck feels nice, and this really deep body carve that I put in there, right here, I can actually rest my thumb on there and finger pick. I was surprised because I didn't like finger picking before. I used to do a lot of heavy picking. I played punk music. It didn't really matter. Nobody cared what I was doing. So I'm probably going to keep it and enjoy it for myself. So all the flaws and mistakes I made, they're a learning experience, but I'm still going to get something out of this build. So all in all, I'm a happy camper. So that's what I just finished. I am moving on to the next project, and the next project is going to be entered into the Great Guitar Build-Off 2021. It's still the same project that I was going to be working on. I am just entering the kit build. They use the word prefabricated a lot, so I don't feel terrible about using the guitar that I picked up at Pawn Shop to finish up this project. I'll just take it apart and take off the finish. So some of you that have watched my previous videos may recognize this. I didn't know what it was when we last talked about it. It was something that I picked up at a pawn shop for about $70. I thought it was cool looking. It did not play consistently. I have since done some research on it, and this is, it's one of those Esteban guitars from the Home Shopping Network. So that's what that signature at the top says. I couldn't read it at all, and when I tried to Google what the name up there was, it still got me to the place where I wanted to be, but it doesn't say what I thought it said at all. So a couple of things that are up with this build is there are some technical issues with this guitar. Like, I will plug it in once and it will not work. I'll plug it in again and then it'll work. So we're gonna open it up, take it apart. I'm gonna completely ruin this thing. It's gonna be awesome. They're actually kind of sought after. From what I understand, it's a fairly solid guitar. I bought it for like $70. I could probably just fix the problem and sell it for twice that on Reverb. But that's not the plan for this guitar. So yeah, my plans for it are that I am going to make a river guitar out of it. But not just any river guitar. We are going to turn this guitar into the river Styx from Greek and Roman mythology, where, when people died, their souls had to go to the underworld, and they had to pay the ferryman to get across the river Styx to get there. So there's going to be a lot of heavy, detailed carving in this. It's going to be a lot of work. Certainly more work than just a regular kit build. But it's going to be fun, and it's going to look really, really cool, really, really mean. And I'm really excited about it. Another thing is this tremolo, this bridge right here. It's janky. It's kind of got Frankenstein pieces. I'm just gonna replace it. I've already bought the replacement. It's actually an identical bridge to the one that's on here. It's unbranded. It's Chinese. It's gonna do the job. So that's fine. I haven't really taken it apart to see what I'm dealing with here, but another thing that I'm doing is I'm gonna redo the fretboard and the frets, because there is some pretty nasty checking in this area. Like there's a big chunk out right here. And so what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna strip off all the frets, and I'm going to put a little bit of a binding on the edges to kind of fix that, and then I am gonna do a funky, cool, mean looking inlay with some seashells that I found in New Jersey, and some Paduke dust that I had from last year's Great Guitar Build Off project. I'm pretty excited about all that because I have last year's Great Guitar Build Off had like kind of like the fretboard was kind of rough. I didn't know what I was doing at all. So with this one, I am going to teach myself how to make things right. I'm going to probably change the radius and fix a lot of issues that are on here. So that's pretty exciting. And then as for this weird headstock on that weird headstock shape, I'm going to take this bump right here and I am going to carve that and make it into something cool. And then I might put a piece of wood behind it or something like that to just kind of finish it off. It's very distinct headstock, and if I leave it alone, everybody's gonna know where we started on this, and that would be a shame given how much work I'm gonna be putting into it. So yeah. So I've already purchased a lot of stuff for this. You saw the tremolo. I have a pre-wired kit for Strat. I've got pickups. All those came from Guitar Fetish. They have that the GFS system. You can see that logo right there, the quick plugs. I really like these a lot because my hands and wrists are just really jacked up, and I can solder, but it's really, really difficult for me and actually painful. So I'm gonna go with that, and I really like the way their pickups sound. They're reasonably priced. The only real complaint I have with this system is that literally every time I've used it, I've had to get creative because the pots tend to be like, I want to say like just a little bit too long, like maybe like a 16th, a little less than an inch, maybe 3/32 too long, and they never sit quite right. So I usually have to like make a different pick guard, or in the case of the bass, I like made an addition to the plate. So I'm gonna try to find a way around that with this project, but ultimately I'm fairly excited. I think this is gonna go well. I think it's gonna look really cool, and I think it's gonna be an interesting set of videos. I know I had asked everybody about tattoo designs with this, and I didn't get as much feedback as I was hoping for. I got maybe like 3 comments. So I'm just gonna go with the River Styx. Maybe name it after the ferryman. What was the ferryman's name? I think it was like Charon or something like that. Chiron or... Anyway, yeah. So that's what's going on. I think I'm going to break to a montage of me taking this thing apart. Maybe we'll find out what was wrong with it and why it's not working. Okay, so we've got it broken down into its components. We've got our neck, we've got our body, all sorts of dings all over everything. I found out what was wrong with the electronics as far as why it wasn't playing right. There was a solder on the output jack it was from the output wire, the power wire for the output jack. It was on the verge of breaking, and the output jack was loose, so anytime you jiggle it, like it wasn't working right. So that makes sense. That doesn't really matter. I'm gonna be replacing all that anyway. So yeah, next step is I am going to cut a good portion of the top end of this body. So I'm gonna like shim off an undetermined amount. I don't know how much yet. And I'm going to replace it with my first resaw. I've recently set up my bandsaw. To cut things, so I'm pretty excited about it. So I have all this ambrosia maple, and it's got all these really nasty knocks and looks like drips hanging down from it. And they're actually pretty well book matched, so I'm pretty excited about that. I'm hoping to get at least a couple of these knocks and these kind of drags in the design. I mean, I'm stabilizing them. I'm probably going to use like a really dark orange, almost like the Paduke dust in resin to fill it, and then I'll probably do a lighter orange and red stain on top of it. And actually, this wood, it's kind of hard to see with how rough these saws are, but this is one of the clean sides. There is a lot of figuring and flaming in this wood, so I'm kind of excited to put some stain on this stuff. It's pretty rad. I mean, look at this corner. Like, I feel like that would look really, really awesome, just like up in this area of the guitar, or down here, or somewhere in a curve of the guitar. So I am going to make a top out of those. I'm going to stick it on, and then I'm going to route my river out of it, and I'll probably finish off the edge with a gouge to make it look more like a riverbank and a little more uneven. So yeah, and then I'm going to carve a bunch of skulls in the book. That's pretty exciting too. So all in all, I think I'm going to end the video here. I've got a lot of work to do, and I'm hoping to have some pretty fun footage for you for the next one. So I'm gonna keep this video down to less than 6, or keep this series down to less than 6 videos like I'm supposed to, and I'll do my best to keep them below 15-20 minutes. The earlier ones might be a little bit longer, just so that you guys can see what I'm doing, and yeah, anyway. So that's it for today. I will have another video up soon, and until then, maybe hit the like and the subscribe buttons, and you know, if this seems like something that you're wanting to keep up with, and yeah, I'll see you next time. All right, thanks for watching. Take care.